Our correspondent Mark Savage is outside the court. Mark.
So this is a case that goes back 4 years when Sami Chokri went to the Music Royalty Society, the PRS, and said he wanted to be added as a co-writer to Ed Sheeran's #1 hit, Shape of You. Now from that point on, a percentage of the royalties, millions of pounds, were frozen, and Ed Sheeran and his co-writers came to the High Court here to ask for the claim to be dismissed. Today, the judge has ruled in their favour. He said Ed Sheeran did not copy Sami Chokri's song Oh Why, and in fact he agreed with the Star's testimony that he had never even heard it. Here's how the trial unfolded.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling.
Ed Sheeran's Shape of You was the biggest selling single of 2017 and spent 14 weeks at #1. But shortly after its release, he was accused of copying this line
I'm in love with your body.
from a song called Oh Why by the grime artist Sami Chokri. Lawyers for Mr Chokri, seen here on the left, called Sheeran a magpie who borrows ideas that he doesn't always acknowledge. In court, Andrew Sutcliffe QC said, "My clients are not Shaggy, Rihanna, Coldplay or Jay-Z. If they were, they would have been treated in a very different way." Mr Sheeran denied this and said he always credits lesser-known writers if he uses parts of their songs.
The club isn't the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends sat at the table doing shots, drinking fast, and then we talk slow.
The court heard how Shape of You was written in under an hour in October 2016. Lawyers for Mr Chokri said such speed was indicative of copying. The Star and his co-writers Johnny McDaid and Steve Mack denied ever having heard the song. Their lawyer said the speed of the writing only indicated Sheeran's genius.
I need a God to feed my soul from this famine.
The issue of whether Sheeran had access to a copy of Oh Why was the key to the trial. If he was unaware of Mr Chokri's song, the similarities in Shape of You would be a coincidence, not copyright infringement. On the witness stand, it was put to the Star that he must have been aware of Mr Chokri's work because they both had videos on the same YouTube channel, they shared friends, and because Mr Chokri had messaged Sheeran on Twitter. In response, the Star said, "This is all stuff that you're saying, this isn't stuff that's true." The trial lasted for 3 weeks at the beginning of March. Ed Sheeran, who launched the proceedings in an attempt to clear his name, attended court every day, listening attentively to the arguments. Judge Anthony Zaccaroli has now ruled in his favour, saying there was no deliberate or subconscious attempt to copy Mr Chokri's song. In a video message, Sheeran said he was pleased by the verdict.
I feel like claims like this are way too common now and have become a culture where a claim is made with the idea that a settlement will be cheaper than taking it to court, even if there's no base for the claim. It's really damaging to the songwriting industry.
Today's ruling also means Sheeran will get to keep his share of Shape of You's royalties, a sum that runs to millions of pounds. Mark Savage, BBC News.